One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That's right. Our New York Knicks won their seventh straight win with the 132-101 win versus the Washington Wizards. The Knicks went to DC and did what they were supposed to do. Put belt to ass from start to finish. Mikal had 23 points on 8 of 10 shooting. The captain had 21. Cat had 19, OG had 19, and the bench contributed 46 points. We'll discuss all the great things we saw tonight, but in the words of Tea Time, I can't have nothing nice. Mohamed Diawara went out with an ankle injury after a nice start in the first quarter, and Josh Hart went out with what looked like an ankle injury in the third quarter. On top of that, reports have come out that Deuce McBride has undergone testing on his injured ankle, which is still sore after already missing 8 games. I'm Mrs. Knicks with the infamous Knickerbocker Ave, and we're ready to talk some Knicks and ish. So hit that intro.
Boom shakalaka! The Knicks! Boom shakalaka! The Knicks are grit. These kids and our pot ain't just lit. Bet it's the littest. Cut. You know we lit. Cut. You know we lit. You know we lit. You know we lit. Turn up, no we lit. Turn up. You know we lit. Let's go deep time. You know we lit. Mrs. Knicks should. You know we lit. Kev, what up? You know we lit fast as the Pearl Lord. You know we lit Knickerbocker, have a talk. Let's go! We lit.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Knicks and Ish. I wish I had the same energy that that we usually have with the yo, but I ain't having it tonight. I'm just not. That injury report, Diawara, Josh Hart, Deuce McBride, Mitch didn't play because of load management. Why can't we have nice things? Seriously, why can't we? Anyway, be sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Sharing is always caring. We do appreciate each and every one of you for joining us tonight. Be sure to, if you want us to address anything you want to, hit us up with the super Snapchat, super chat. Any amount will do. We would greatly appreciate it. Also, be sure, if you haven't done so already, hit up the Knicks and Knits Shopify and copy yourself some merch. We got some stuff coming up soon. So let's set the table up in a second, but let's do some quick housekeeping. What up, Big Daddy Pring? My brother. King Q2. What up, bro?
What up, King Q?
RJ.
What up?
Good evening. Kind of relieved they're not to watch the whole game.
Facts.
And of course, he's always here. Matty Ice, what's good, brother?
Matty Ice.
So setting the table here, the New York Knicks defeat the Washington Wizards. Final score 132-101, a wire-to-wire victory. It was not competitive at all, ever. Like the entire game, from like 25 minutes before the game started, when Clyde was talking and whatnot. I mean, 7 straight. Something that needs to happen. I mean, when you're playing a lowly team like the Washington Wizards, you got to handle do business. But I'm glad that Mikal Bridges had a night that he had. 23 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, even 2 block shots. The Cap with 21. OG, I think I call it. He's going to have another big night. But 19 and 4 is still strong. Landry Shamet off the bench, 14 points. The big bodega, another double. And then Washington really didn't have anything going on. Not with Champagnie, not with Chris Middleton. You saw Trae Young bum ass on, in street clothes. So what else was there? What is else to talk about? I mean, I can't even talk about any key plays in this game because it's more like the injuries, and we know that we got to play the Denver Nuggets tomorrow night at the Garden. So they can't even celebrate this game right now because they have to get on the plane, head back to New York, and get ready for a game tomorrow night against the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is that our starters have gotten to rest.
A little bit.
A little bit, at least a quarter, which is good. I mean, Denver is playing tonight as well, so it's kind of even playing field tomorrow. As far as exhaustion,
right?
But there was a couple of great things that I liked. I like that Cat was super aggressive. This is the Cat that we've been wanting to see again, that we've been missing for the last few games. Granted, it was against a whack-ass Wizards team. But all in all, you got to start somewhere, right? You got to get your rhythm back somehow. So that was good to see. Good to see OG and Jalen continue to do what they do. They have been so consistent for us. And like you said, good to see Mikal back on track again, having a solid night. And it was good to be able to see the bench guys play more than their normal minutes. You know what I mean? Like Landry is doing Landry things. It doesn't even surprise me anymore when he scores. But getting to see Hukporti, getting to see Diawara before he went down, he was looking good. Getting to see even Jordan Clarkson tonight, where I was kind of like a little bit, but then he started putting up points, so it's like cool. I mean, we did what we needed to do. This could have easily been a game where we lost for no fucking reason and be mad. What up, Kev?
You're to put it like this, Trey Jamison had he played 9 minutes. Dylan Jones played 9 minutes. Diawara played 4 before getting injured, but he was, like you said, he was putting up some like 2 shots. He looked like he was gonna be able to contribute tonight. Ariel Hukporti, what? He hit a 3. What?
3.
Jordan Clarkson, maybe this is the opening that he needs for him to to kind of get back in coach's good graces and get back into the rotation. Landry Shamet doing Landry Shamet things now. Tyler Kolek, 21 minutes, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, only had 2 turnovers. So yeah, it was great to see some of the guys getting some burn that they haven't been getting it very much. But the reality is that when you're playing a team like the Washington Wizards, who they're tanking. They're not even playing for this year. They're playing for, if not this lottery, the next one. And so and it's kind of a shame because you don't ever want to see teams go through that. But the fact that you have teams in the NBA that are like that, it gives your starters an opportunity to, like you said, get a period of basketball, of pure rest. As it stands right now, the Denver Nuggets did just lose to the Detroit Pistons, 124-121. As far as I can tell, so it looks like a tough loss for them. And so, and they've been on a downward spiral, following the Sunday game against Oklahoma City. So maybe we'll luck out. Maybe maybe it'll be a game, maybe it won't be. But Denver has been struggling over the last couple of weeks and the last couple of games, and so you would think that with the Knicks have the momentum, 7 straight victories, we should have an advantage considering it's home. So I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I still feel like we play our game. We're hard to beat, regardless of who the opponent is. I think defensively, our game has picked up to where I'm a lot more confident than I was just a couple of weeks ago. Granted, there's really no stopping Joker, right? You're gonna have to pick your poison on the Denver team as to what you're gonna allow and not allow. So it's just about containing probably everybody else. and just let him go crazy. Not go too crazy, but
And it's
try to contain him as much as you can. But realistically, it's kind of the same thing we say for Brunson. There's no stopping him.
All you can really do is slow him down. You can slow him down. You can be a deterrent. You can be a pest. But, in terms of stopping it and bottling somebody up, the good offensive players will figure a way to score. Right. I mean, we've seen that, time and time again. Whether you're talking about the greatest of all time or you're talking about, just good, solid, great players like Melo, guys like LeBron, guys like Steph. Jalen is just one of those guys. You can do everything you can to slow him down, and you might get successful, but you're not going to be able to do it for 48 minutes, and you won't do it consistently. The guy, it just has too much talent and too much moxie for him to, to be held silent. I don't know. Maybe I was expecting one of the guys to have, like a 40 burger or something, but I'm kind of a little disappointed considering the opponent. But I mean, we did win by 35, so I mean, who cares?
I mean, I don't think it's nothing to be disappointed about. We whipped their ass. And again, it goes to show the depth of this team. Like 4 out of our 5 starters scored double figures, big double figures, almost 20. Josh had 7 assists. So, I mean, it just shows 1, the depth, and 2, how committed these guys are to doing whatever it takes to win. Right? Because someone could have easily scored 40, but why? Like, they don't need to.
I know. We'll save it for Denver tomorrow. Maybe Jalen will do that tomorrow. We might need to. So it was nice. I mean, and I got a text from a friend. It's like, "Yo, Josh Hart didn't really had tonight," but you just said it's like he doesn't have to be the offensive weapon every night. He only took 3 shots in 22 minutes, but he had 7 rebounds, 7 assists, right. And it's like Josh Hart does Josh Hart things. It still kind of bothers me a little bit that he or OG did not make the All-Star team.
I think specifically OG.
Yeah,
ultra consistent.
I always feel like Josh being the heart and soul, he's that sentimental favorite, but the reality is that OG, yeah, he should have been an All-Star, and on Sunday, he showed you why he should have been. He showed the entire world why he should have been, and why he was snubbed is beyond me. Not to say that none of the guys that got picked are not deserving. I think everybody that was picked to be on the All-Star team was well deserved. But I think OG should have just been on there anyway. What does that say there?
I think a lot of it had to do with a couple of things. I think one, his name, he hasn't built a brand for himself. All-Star to me, it's all about your brand. And how big your name is. And yes, people know who OG is, but he hasn't built his name, let's say, offensively. And I also think the fact that the Knicks went on that skid in January kind of like deterred coaches from putting 3 Knicks on the All-Star team.
Perhaps.
What up, Kenya?
Oh, shit. What's good? So yeah, that's the NBA All-Stars set up in the new format. We got 2 USA teams and the world. I'm just kind of like weird, crazy. It's like the blue team is stacked to death with old guys, and our captain. So it's got 2 Jalen's, and then the rest of them are old guys, except for for Norman Powell and. You're looking at the red team here. You have both Pistons, Chet Holmgren, and Ant-Man, and whoever else here, and then look at the world team. I don't know what.
I mean, I don't even know how it's gonna go. Like, is it like the two USA teams play each other to then play the world? Like how does it go?
No idea. No
Because I'm
clue.
not gonna hold you. Last All-Star, I was pissed off that we only got to see Jalen like, I don't know, 3-4 minutes. It pissed me off.
If that.
Right. It's like you vote starters in because you want to see them play, yet you can't because of the format of it. I don't know. To me, it's stupid. I understand why Cat went and played for the world, but I would have loved to see him and Jalen play together.
Or I mean, at least I don't know. I mean, obviously he's going for the world, representing the Dominican Republic. Then everybody else is representing their respective countries. I don't know if Giannis is going to be able to play at all, considering that he's not even playing for the Bucks right now, and who knows if he ever will again. I honestly don't. I think he will. As much as there's so much talk about the crazy thing is, I don't think that there is a deal to be made in the next 2 days. I know Minnesota's trying to work that, but I don't think it happens. I have that feeling it's not going to happen.
Then he'll just be disgruntled all the rest of the season. I don't care. Or my team, I don't give a damn. But you're right, RJ. He doesn't know what he's doing. The commissioner has this all-star thing has, like, I vote for our guys to get into it because I feel they deserve it, right? But like the format is stupid. The whole weekend is stupid, to be honest. Like, I saw the lineup for the celebrity game and I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? Like, who are these people? Like, what?
I think I only knew Shams.
I only knew Jeremy Lin.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
But I'm just like, what type of celebrity game is it? You already know the dunk contest and all that be trash anyway. So it's like
the only thing good is maybe the
all-star
skills
game. Huh?
Like maybe the skills contest is kind of interesting. Maybe the 3-point competition is kind of interesting. And then after that's nothing.
Yeah, I'm only watching because our guys are playing, to be honest. Because I would just, for what? You know what I mean?
That's more than I'm going to do. I'm not watching it at all. I'm going to mail that in.
And watching Bad Bunny on the Super Bowl.
Listen, it's the All-Star break. I'm going to break.
Show.
I may be a little too burnt out from sports for a little bit. I'm going to take a break. The crazy thing is that I don't think that they get the concept of what fans really want in terms of the All-Star game. I mean, this is why he came up with this with the NBA Cup. Trying to build that.
But even it's more fun to watch than the All-Star game.
Right, but because at least they're regular season games and you're already programmed to watching basketball as it is, and you're like, well, why aren't you programmed to watch basketball for the All-Star game? Because the All-Star game is a glorified exhibition.
Right.
It's like if it was competitive and it's like, well, what can you do to make it competitive? I don't know. Play the fucking game.
Right. Right.
I mean,
no, I, for sure. I mean, granted, in the 90s, it wasn't too competitive. Like one team always like overdid it and beat the hell out of the other team. But at least in the fourth quarter, you saw some real basketball. You know what I mean? It's just like this generation of players really don't give a fuck about the All-Star game. And the league is trying to figure out a way to make it better. But to me, it makes it worse. Like, I think you go back to the old format, East-West. The winner gets home court for the finals. Just that simple. Just that simple. I would think you would want to play for home court in the finals if you're a contending team.
I mean, why else do you do the NBA Cup? You do it for money now. So
right.
if there was some additional incentive that included, such as home court advantage in the NBA Finals, or something along those lines, it would make more sense. Why can't you do that? I mean, the baseball did that a few years ago. I think 10 or 12 years ago they did that, where the league that won the All-Star game got home field advantage in the World Series. You can do the same identical thing with the NBA Finals. Which conference?
Used to be.
Huh?
That's what it used to be.
Right, but there was no incentive. There was no incentive for the game other than just bragging rights.
I mean, I don't know what type of financial incentive will force these guys to play a game, because see, the NBA Cup, the superstars are playing to pay the younger guys, right?
Right.
In the All-Star game, these dudes don't give a fuck about not
they're already multi-millionaires.
Right, exactly. So it's like, what financially could you give? You know what I mean? To force them to play. I think more it's like they should want to do it for the fans, right? Like, fans pay a lot of money to go watch that game live and in person.
I don't know. It would be kind of hilarious though if like the incentive was like you can request a trade to anywhere, anytime. And I'm pretty sure Giannis's team would freaking really be pushing and like, I want to go to New York. No problem, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's terrible. And even like us as fans that vote, again, you vote for your players, but it's like you don't even know what you're voting for and how much you're going to get to see them, play.
Right. Yeah, because even back in the 90s when we were watching it, and you always you always watched it to watch. Obviously, you saw Mike and you saw everybody else, but you saw it for Patrick. Then we didn't have an all-star for a while, and then you did it for Melo, and you still watched it, but you stopped caring after a while, because it was just the same shit over and over again. Maybe there has to be a different incentive, because, or there has to be some kind of incentivized thing to the All-Star game to make it meaningful, aside from the fact of the grandeur, the glory or the honor of being an All-Star, let alone it actually being an All-Star game. Like, I think the last best, good All-Star game was probably the one they had in Dallas at AT&T Stadium. Like, what was it, like 10 years ago? That's probably the last good one that I actually enjoyed. After that, I haven't given a shit about an All-Star game. Or maybe like when they had the Team LeBron team, I think either Giannis or Steph, maybe that one was okay, but it's like, dude. You know what? He's provoking me. I'm gonna bring him on. I'm gonna send it to him. I'm gonna let you know now, Dom. I'll send you the link in a second. See, I'm still awake. See, I don't even bother him. I stay off his lawn.
What up, Randu?
What up, brother?
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know.
Well, I'm sure if Nostradamus shows up, he'll tell you everything about that, because he cannot stand without a shout out. He cannot stand the fuck out of Commissioner Adam Silver, Commissioner Bobblehead. He cannot stand the ideas that he's been coming up with to try to make the NBA more formidable, because he can break it down, and I won't steal his thunder in case he shows up, but he can break it down the easiest and simplest format to make this NBA more palatable for fans, more palatable for for even the networks, and everything that goes with it. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. Here's a spark plug.
I'm a spark plug.
What up, brother? How you doing?
What's good? What's good with y'all? I'm good. How y'all?
Good.
I'm not gonna be here very long, but I said let me pull up for a second. Yeah,
Sure.
I don't know exactly where y'all are in the conversation, so I'm just going to, spew my little shit about the game tonight. I know sis already said it, but I need her to say it again. For sure. Yeah, I mean, sharing the love tonight on offense. You feel me? OG 19, Cat 19. We gonna call both of those 20, right? We gonna round up. Mikal had what 21,
23.
23, and JB had 21.
Yes.
4 to 5 starters with 20 plus points. That's crazy talk. You feel me? Josh only had 4, but he had 7 and 7, so we're gonna forgive him. Right? But sharing the love on offense, this is what this offense is supposed to look like. Yeah, I know it's the 29th defense in the NBA, but still you play who's in front. And it's not an anomaly though. You feel me? Like you can't just say, "Oh, it's just because it's the Wizards." You watch us have this kind of offensive, such an even offense. As far as sharing the ball against the previous 16 that we beat. And well, I don't know what the assist totals was tonight.
34.
34. Yeah, I know sis already let y'all know. You feel me? 34 assists. I'm very happy with the offense and the effort on the defensive end from everybody. I saw Cat playing some really good defense tonight. The Wizards are a bad team, but they do have some decent young talent on there. Like that Star kid is all right. You know what I mean? And I seen Cat lock him up a couple times tonight. I was very impressed. I mean, even though Cat usually gives him the business anyway when they play, but that's usually offensively. But defensively, I saw him take some pride on that end of the basketball. I was happy with that. Mo Chetto's having a good game. It was so sad to see him go down to injury. He was having such a good game. I was like, oh shit! Like if we keep on, nurturing this might be something. And then he going and fucked up his ankle. How bad it is, we don't know. I hope that the fountain of youth is on his side. You know what I mean? Because when you 20, you got Wolverine healing powers. So I hope that's the same case for my boy Mo Cheddar. You feel me? Josh Hart getting hurt, ankle injuries. It's a nice blowout win, but you don't want to see two of you lose to your guys in injury to that.
Did you hear the intro?
Nah, I didn't.
I literally said, in the words of Tea Time, I can't have nothing nice.
Yeah, facts. You feel me? Can't have nothing nice. Yeah, I appreciate that word. I was actually having to do my job, so I was giving a show. The nerve of these people make me work for my money. But yeah, that's a fact. Can't have nothing nice. That kid was balling, Josh Hart, and here we go. Yeah, I mean, but I'm just happy with the level of preparedness that this team came into tonight with, because we've been Knicks fans for a long time. We remember those years of knowing we supposed to beat teams, and those teams come and give the Knicks a ass whipping. You know what I mean? So I don't care what nobody say. I'm also happy when we beat the downtrodden teams of the league. You feel me? Like yes, because if we lose to them, we the laughing stock. If we go to overtime with them, we're a laughing stock. So when we blow them out, yes, I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to be happy that even up a large margin, that we continue to keep our foot on their neck. Yeah.
And since you want to continue to lose so that we don't get your pick, we gonna whip your ass for real.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, all right, keep that pick. Now we gonna kick your ass every time. Nah, but that tonight was a good overall team win. I'm very happy with that. Next And also, what's important, I don't know if either one of y'all mentioned it. Y'all, obviously, I mentioned we have the back-to-back, but to give your starters rest going into a back-to-back is super important.
She mentioned that.
You know, well,
A
I'm
whole
big.
quarter is insane of rest.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially because Denver played tonight and they went down to the last minute.
yeah. That's gonna be important. It's gonna be important, man. Yo, listen, the way we play basketball on both sides of the ball, I'm super happy with. I'm kind of upset that we didn't hold them under 100 points because that's kind of, you know, but I know why they got over 100 because the starters was out for a whole quarter. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, it's overall good one. I'm gonna land the plane. I was long winded. I don't know where y'all was at in the show, but continue.
We were
Well,
talking
let
about
me share
the
this
All-Star.
because we talked about it last game. The one player who hasn't won Defensive Player of the Game has won it tonight.
This is what I'm saying. Listen, call me T. Tom Stradamus, Nick Stradamus, man. I called for this. I said that's all he wanted, and then the very next game he goes and do it. Shout out to JB for getting defensive player of the game, man. That's tough. That's probably the only one he gonna get all season, but at least he got it. at least,
But he got
That's
it. That's all
crazy.
that matters.
at least he got it. That's all that matters. Oh, and I don't know if you still have the video uploaded because it's 7 in a row. So you know what I need to hear. I need to hear we shrieking through the quad and through the gymnasium.
Oh, I don't have it.
He says as long as the streak is alive,
Okay, I got you. I got you.
it needs to happen. We're going, everybody. We're going shrieking through the quad and through the gymnasium. Yeah,
Fuck
7
that, it's
I
of
too
them.
got
cold.
you. I'm gonna download it again.
It's too
7 of
cold.
them things. Yeah, that's how we do it. Tomorrow's gonna be 8. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to my guy JB. I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? So now he can stop turning his back on on the, in the defense of the game picks.
Yo, T. So, real quick before you go, what are your thoughts on the trades that have happened today? Obviously, James Harden going to Cleveland, Garland going to LA, Triple J is now going somewhere else.
Utah.
Vucevic is now in Boston.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
So I'm gonna start with the Harden trade because that's the biggest trade, right? Who fucking cares? Who cares? Knicks in 5, homie. What are you talking about? James Harden. Yeah, I don't care about no James Harden. Yeah, I mean, I think as far as the Cavs are idiots. You traded a 26-year-old up and coming player for a 38-year-old James Harden who's only there to get the bag. And it's evident that he's only there to get the bag because the Clippers were playing really well recently. He realized he wasn't going to get the bread and he wanted out in typical James Harden fashion. This is not new. This is what he does. You know what I mean? So pack it was good. So pack him up. I don't care. That team
It's
is
funny you said that because someone on X said it was Knicks in 5, now it's Knicks in 4.
yeah, listen, I'm not even mad at that for sure. Pack him up because James Harden is not known for being a playoff performer. Now what we got? I will go Boston because they in the East, right? Again, another who cares, bro? Who cares? Vooch is tough. I ain't gonna lie. He's tough. I think he don't have the same because they trying to recreate Al Horford. He's not Al Horford.
Or KP.
Yeah, or KP. Facts. He's not neither one of those guys. Is it a solid pickup for them? Absolutely. Not going to deny that. But when it comes down to what it's going to mean for their playoffs hopes, I don't think Tatum is coming back this year. He shouldn't. So again, Knicks in 5, bro. What we talking about? Knicks is 5. Pack them up. You know what I mean? In Chicago, I don't know what Chicago doing. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Anthony, he's all right. But, yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
A journeyman at that
Yeah.
young age is insane.
Yeah, well, he did it to himself. he did it to himself. And then we got the Triple J situation. The Grizzlies hold that boy, man. They hold him. What, are you gonna send him to Utah? You couldn't. That kid he's talented. You couldn't find him to no compete. You couldn't send him to no competing team. There's quite a few teams that are on the cusp or looking at the top of the standings. Like, yo, if we get another piece, we can probably make a push. But you send him to fucking Utah, purgatory. They sent him to purgatory. They hold him. Ja's next. Ja's next for sure. Clearly, this is the first move in a total rebuild, right? I don't think Ja stays there. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they keep Ja there. But yeah, welcome to trade season, guys. We're just getting started.
So the Triple J, that one kind of threw me off because Jared Jackson Jr., John Concher, Jock Landale, and Vincent Williams Jr. for Walter Clayton Jr., Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, Georges Niang, and a 2027 first-round pick, most favorable from Cleveland, Minnesota, Utah.
Yeah,
it's a pick.
It was multiple picks though, right?
Nah,
so it's a pick swap of the most favorable between Cleveland, Minnesota, and Utah. And they also get a 2027 first-round pick that belongs to the Lakers and a 2031 first-round pick that belongs to the Suns.
Yeah, all I know is, except for three of those names, because no, two of those names excluding Triple J, right? I didn't know who the fuck those guys was. I know Kyle Anderson and Niang. Other than that, who are those guys? You feel me?
Right.
I think whatchamacallit, Memphis is going into total rebuild. Oh, and you also have to trade with sending Conley to where Conley went to the Bulls, right?
Chicago.
Yeah. Obvious salary dump. Who are they going after? I can't be too sure. I mean, you can only speculate. A lot of people saying Giannis. A lot of people, some people saying they may try to go after Ja. I don't think I know how that. It would be very entertaining to have Ant and Ja on the same team. I'm not going to lie. That's going to be good TV for sure. Yeah, I mean, because now if it's not even the basketball being played, the antics will be amazing.
You'll have a good bunch of clowns.
High level antics for sure. But yeah, so I think also the salary dump, and I think Minnesota believes in Castle. Castle's tough. Is it Castle? No.
No. Castle's in San Antonio.
What's the damn boy name I'm thinking? The young guard. They drafted him like a year or two ago. Dunningham. Is it?
No idea.
Huh?
No idea.
The guards in Utah are
No, not Utah. Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota.
Yeah. Boy, he tough. Dillingham. What the hell is this boy name?
The guards. Dillingham.
Yeah, Dillingham. He's tough. I think they believe in him. Yeah, I mean, that kid could put the ball in the hoop. He's quick as shit. His playmaking probably could be better, but I could see them changing the guard position over to Dillingham. and probably some people saying they making a push for Giannis. I don't know. Good luck to them. Long as it ain't the Knicks. That's all I care.
If anything, it looks like Memphis is just ready to. They're just ready to rebuild, and I'm just waiting for them to just say, you know what, you guys can have John Morant for nothing.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. They're going
definitely have to find a team that's going to.
Yeah. But yo, I'm about to skedaddle, y'all.
All right. Well, as one host will leave, one co-host will arrive, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Cam. Y'all have a good rest of the show. Shout out to everybody that's in the comments. Make sure y'all pressing that like button, sharing as well as caring, subscribe. You know what I mean? Notification bell, Shopify, all that good stuff. I holler, y'all.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. You're
good, Kim. How you doing?
Chilling, man. Chilling. You already know.
Did you cut your hair?
Enjoying that blowout. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah. She just asked you if you cut your hair, and it looks like you did.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I cut it all off. Yep. I had it all the way up to like down. Like if I put my hair down, it was like over here somewhere. It's crazy. Wow. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, it's about that time.
I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet right now.
Yeah, I felt the same way. And then I was just like, it's time to let go, man. It's time to let go.
So what you thought about the game?
I think we did what we were supposed to do. But I like how Cat's been playing as of late. He's been playing more aggressive. He was schooling what's his name? Alex Starr?
Sarr.
Sarr, right. Yo, he was schooling that kid. That's what I want to see. I feel like ever since his name has been in trade talks, he's just been going off. And I'm starting to be like, maybe that lit something in him, but he's been playing out of his mind as of late. I can't wait for his shot to start dropping, the 3-point, because once that starts dropping, it's a wrap. But other than that, I mean, I like how we played. I was sad to see Diawara get hurt and leave the game. I felt like he was gonna have one of those 15, 18-point games, because his shot was dropping. He was running up and down the court. I love the way he plays, that kid, man. I know he's a rookie, and I know he got a lot to learn. But look at that. Just look at that. I'm like, yo, that's why I keep saying we need to give this kid more playing time, man. Like, he could be a nice little spark off the bench. He's young, he's athletic, he's fast, he's smart. He could shoot the 3.
Plays defense.
His shot is wet. His shot is wet, yo. Anytime somebody hit him when he's open, I feel real confident in him shooting that 3 with no problem. Shout out to JB for getting the Tim boots for defensive player of the game. I mean, low key, I feel like people underestimate Jalen Brunson when it comes to playing defense. He takes charges. For a guy that's undersized and playing guys that's if you really think about it, it's a mismatch. You know what I mean? But listen, people can say what the hell they want. Like, he puts the effort in. It don't matter who it is. He fights through picks. He's a little bulldog. I mean, at times he's gonna get scored on. It happens, but the effort is there, and he always puts his body out there for the charge. I think it's stupid, but he does it, and you need that sometimes, bro. You need to take that charge for the team, man. Like, sacrifice your body sometimes. People do it all the time. I hope Josh those two injuries with Josh and Diawara are not serious. I hope, it's something light that they don't miss more time like what happened to him when he missed that 8 games. But other than that, it was a good, complete team win. Defense was great. The shooting was great. They was moving the ball around. I'm glad we won 7 in a row. And that's about it, man.
Since we mentioned Josh, 4,000 career rebounds for Josh Hart.
Imagine that. 6'4" too. He's 6'4".
6'4".
That's the guy they wanted to trade.
No, remember, I still remember people complaining when we traded for him. Because we were going to get Cam Reddish,
who's in the G League right now.
Yes, for this in Yugoslavia or something. That's
how bad. Right. He's in Europe. My bad. I thought he was in the G League.
Yeah, their G League.
Oh, their G League. Okay.
He's that bad.
That's sad, bro. Like, there you go. And look, we gave up Cam Reddish and I think a first round pick or something like that.
Not even. I think it was a second rounder, but
second rounder, and since
that was a straight fleece.
Since he's been on this team, bro, it's been nothing but winning. He impacts winning. Like, look at when he got hurt. Those 8 games that he got hurt. Look at how much we missed him.
All right, moving along. Something that we do need to talk about is Cat. We criticize him for a lot of things, a number of different things. But here's this one thing that hasn't, that we can't even deny anymore. He gets the worst whistles in the entire NBA, without a doubt. And if you don't believe me, just look at the numbers and listen to the numbers. Karl Anthony Townes, for him being considered a star in this league, best shooting big man, averages all those drives, from the top of the key. He only gets just under 6 free throws a game. Now compare him to the other stars in this league. How many are they getting? 11, 20.
Embiid, you could go like this to Embiid. They blow the whistle.
Exactly.
I have some video from the last game, which shows clearly, fouls that
smacked in the face. Who was it that smacked him in the face? There was one video that got smacked in the face. Luka smacked him right in the face, man. Right there. Bow.
So that was one, and then here goes the other.
So Cat was complaining about. And he's probably right. And here's the one he was looking for last trip down when he scored.
Hey.
So, this is an every night thing, too. This isn't just, the Kings. This is an every night thing. And so I definitely understand his frustration with not getting calls. Getting hit in the face is crazy. Getting pushed 2 and 3 times and still no calls being made is insane. I just don't understand that how it's always so very lopsided. Like, you don't want him to hook or do exactly what these guys do, but he gets the calls and he does, you know what I mean? Like, it's not reciprocated for him. So it's just, I definitely, as a fan, understand his frustration with the no calls that he's getting.
But it's not even like It's like so blatantly obvious because we keep talking about, and we keep getting on Cat's case about it, him hooking guys and getting called for the offensive fouls and how that is obvious, and they're even referees are now they're affixed to looking for it. But there have been more than enough times in the last 2 years since Cat became a New York Knick that we see Cat on the ground, we see Cat smacked up, fouled consistently, and he does not get the call. It's so bad that even when JB, as much as people say that he doesn't get, that he's like a foul hunting, he doesn't get calls. So,
especially when you look at like what other stars in the league,
right?
Shea be bullshitting. Most of his fouls is BS. Embiid literally throws his whole body into you to get a call, or he plays. We say that Cat plays real like sloppy and goofy. That nigga Embiid plays goofy.
Yeah, JB gets hacked too though. If I'm not mistaken, bro, it even seems like both of them their free throws are down. I feel like they take less free throws this year than they did last year.
So, doing the numbers, Cat was averaging up to 9 free throws last year, between 9 and 11, depending in variance between the regular season and the playoffs. So I'm looking at it. He was averaging about 11.9 last year, while JB was averaging about 13.7 or 13.8, and both those numbers are drastically down this year.
Look at that.
And you can say that, well, they're shooting more threes, so you're not getting as many as many foul shots. Yeah. Okay, that to some degree there is some validity to that discussion. However,
but Brunson's still going into the paint as much as he was last year.
Exactly, and not only that, but even when you factor in the flagrants and the reckless closeouts, which a lot of times they're not counting them as regular fouls, that constitutes foul shots and stuff like that. So that little statistic kind of gets deduced in a weird way, but those two instances are still happening, and they're happening quite frequently. And I'm just kind of wondering why the Knicks aren't just not getting those calls.
Yes, I'm inside tonight. Yes, the kids are asleep. Not looking like an Eskimo.
I mean, the only explanation I could give is they're Knicks. That's the only explanation, because nothing else makes sense.
That's it.
Nothing else makes sense. The way they play should get them foul calls, and it just doesn't. And I think the only reason is because they're New York Knicks.
That's exactly what it is, and we've been saying this for the longest already. But I like how they're overcoming everything. You know what I mean? Especially throughout this win streak. I feel like they already know what's going on, and they just playing through it. You just gotta play through it, bro, because you can tell. It's like you said, Ab. It's so blatant. You know what I mean? Like can't remember exactly which game it was, but there was a game during this win streak where we was up like 16 points, bro, and literally we won the game. We was able to pull it off, but literally the ref helped the team get back in the game with bullshit calls. I can't exactly remember which game it was, but it was during this 7-game win. Huh? The Philly game? Yeah. The Philly game.
Yep.
Yeah. The Philly game. I think we was up like 16, bro. And they let them right back into the game. They started calling a bunch of bullshit. I remember that game clearly because There was a part where Joel Embiid was taken into the bucket and fucking just ran Jalen Brunson over. Should have been an offensive foul when they gave it to him anyway.
Damn shame. We can sit here complain about it. We can sit here run the numbers by it. We can sit here and show video footage. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I don't understand what's the miscommunication as to why Knicks. It seems like our players are just not getting favorable whistles, because, and it goes without saying, Cat is probably one of the worst.
So I have a video of Embiid. I think it was last night, and he got the call on this.
Time and during that timeout to review it, and it looked like the contact. He got the ball first, and then there was some contact across the arm. Very well could have kept it as a foul there.
They called a foul for him on that. Like,
LA has.
I don't understand. I just don't understand.
That was a really bad call right there, because that should have just been a steal or whatever it was. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's how do you play defense? You know what I mean?
How do you play basketball?
How do you play period?
How do you play basketball at all? Apparently, you just can't. You can't do it without walking down the aisle and ringing the bell and going for the title and do takedowns and stuff.
It's like watered down.
Mm-hmm.
And in that instance, in that play alone, you can clearly see that he had all ball first, but Embiid initiating the contact ends up clotheslining himself and wrapping himself up in Zubac's arms. It's like, okay,
right?
Really, you can really call it a flop, because it looked like he kind of flopped.
Right.
Yeah, he kind of flopped into Zubac's arms, so that way Zubac will get called a foul.
Right.
But that's what I don't understand is, like, how is that a foul? But yet what we saw with Cat, and on a nightly basis, as much as Cat and JB get hit, there's no calls. But you see shit like that where guys are like flying into the arms of the defender and they get a call.
Mm-hmm.
These are going to be questions that we will never be able to know. Hopefully, there's an answer to this, it's not something that affects the outcome of tomorrow's game, where we will be back tomorrow night as the Knicks will return home to host the Denver Nuggets, and who also are playing back-to-back and lost. Looks like to the wire to the Detroit Pistons. So it should be interesting. We will be back tomorrow night. Hopefully, we're celebrating 8 straight. That's a season high, 8 straight. Currently, we are tied with the Charlotte Hornets with the longest win streaks at 7 apiece, which is kind of mind-boggling that the Hornets are winning 7 in a row right now. Wow. And who knows if they make any trades. But until then, we'll be back tomorrow night. I want to thank everyone for showing out. Sharing is always care. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification button on bell so that way you get notified each and every time Knicks and Nish posts something or goes live. We love to have the energy. We love to have it. Your opinions, whatever it is. Please feel free to join us. Again, be sure to hit up the Knicks Shopify, Knicks and Nish Shopify, and copy yourself some merch. Get yourself a Knicks and Nish mug, Knicks and Nish t-shirt, hoodie, hat, whatever we got. We'll get some more stuff coming up. But until then, for the host of Sparkplug Tea Time, thank you for joining us, boss. Our co-host, Kev Rodriguez. The First Lady, Mrs. Knicks. I'm your boy, the infamous one, who's very tired and very sleepy, as you can actually tell. And I got to get up early as hell in the morning. Saying good night, everybody. Keep talking that Knicks and Ish New York, and somebody please say it.
Hit the outro.
Boom shakalaka! The Knicks are grit. These kids and our party ain't just lit. That is the lit.